The story of the ring and fate. Once upon a time, there lived a powerful baron named Albert in the northern lands. Albert was not an ordinary man. He knew magic, and even the secrets of the future. He had only one son, the heir to all his wealth and honor. One day, Albert opened the book of fate to see what future awaited his son. But when he read it, his heart sank. The book revealed that his son would marry a poor girl, a girl who had just been born that very day. Albert frowned. He searched deeper and saw something more. The girl's father was very poor, already struggling to feed 5 children, and now a 6th one, a baby girl, had come into the world. Without wasting a moment, Albert mounted his horse and rode away at full speed. He soon reached the poor man's small house. There, he saw the man sitting at the door, his face pale with worry. Albert got down from his horse and walked toward him. "What's the matter, noble man?" Albert asked gently. "Why do you look so sad?" The poor man sighed deeply. "Sir, I already have 5 children, and now a 6th has come, a little girl. How will I feed them all? This is my greatest sorrow." Albert placed a hand on his shoulder. "Do not lose courage," he said firmly. "If this is your only worry, then I can help you. Give me your little daughter. I will treat her like my own child. You will never have to worry about her." Tears filled the poor man's eyes. "How kind of you, sir." He went inside, picked up the newborn baby girl, and handed her to Albert. Albert mounted his horse again and rode away, carrying the tiny child. But when he reached the riverbank, his face turned cold. He looked at the innocent life in his arms, then heartlessly threw her into the river. The baby fell into the water with a soft splash. Albert turned his horse and rode back to his palace, believing he had changed fate. But fate had other plans. The little girl did not drown. Her tiny clothes floated on the water like a white flower. Slowly, gently, the river carried her to the other side, where a fisherman's hut stood. The fisherman saw her and felt pity. "Poor soul," he whispered. He picked her up and took her home. Years passed. The little girl grew up in that humble hut, and she grew into a beautiful, graceful young woman. One day, Albert went out hunting with his companions. While chasing a deer, they stopped near the river right where the fisherman lived. Thirsty, they asked for water. The girl came out, holding a jug of cool water. When they saw her, they all stared in amazement. She was so beautiful that one man whispered, "Sardar, you know the secrets of fate. Tell us who will marry this girl." Albert laughed lightly. "She's a common village girl, but if you want, I'll see her fate." Then he turned to her. "Tell me, girl, on which day were you born?" The girl lowered her eyes. "Sir, I don't know. I only know I was found by the river." Albert froze. His heart pounded. This was the same girl he had thrown into the river years ago. He said nothing, just smiled and rode away. But his mind was burning. He had to act fast. Later that day, Albert returned alone. He said to the girl softly, "Listen, I will make your life better. Take this letter to my brother. He lives in Scarrero. Go there, and your life will change forever." The girl thanked him, not knowing what was written inside. The letter said, "Dear brother, as soon as this girl reaches you, kill her immediately. Yours, Albert." The innocent girl left with the letter. That night, she stayed in an old fort. But destiny played another card. A gang of bandits attacked the fort. They searched her and found the letter. When they read it, they were shocked. "How cruel," the bandit leader muttered. He tore the letter and wrote a new one. "Dear brother, as soon as this girl reaches you, marry her to my son immediately. Yours, Albert." He handed it to the girl. "Go, child. This will change your fate." The next day, the girl reached Scarrero and gave the letter to Albert's brother, a noble and kind-hearted knight. At that time, Albert's son was also staying there. The knight read the letter and smiled. "Prepare for the wedding," he ordered. That very day, the beautiful girl was married to Albert's own son. Days later, Albert himself came to his brother's fort. When he saw the girl standing beside his son as his wife, his face turned red with rage. All his efforts had failed. But Albert was not done yet. He said calmly, "Daughter-in-law, come with me. Let us go for a walk by the cliffs." The girl followed him, unaware of his dark plan. When they were alone, Albert suddenly grabbed her arms and dragged her to the edge of the cliff. The waves roared far below. With trembling lips, the girl cried, "Please, please don't kill me. I have done nothing wrong. Forgive me, I swear. I will never show myself to you or your son unless you call me." Albert paused. Then, he pulled a gold ring from his finger, threw it into the sea, and said coldly, "Do not show me your face until you bring me this ring." He left her there, alone, heartbroken, helpless. The poor girl walked for miles and finally reached the fort of a nawab. She begged for work and was given the job of a cook. Days passed. She worked silently, hiding her pain. Then one day, fate returned. The nawab invited special guests to a feast. And who were these guests? Albert, his brother, and his son. The girl's heart trembled. She thought, maybe they won't notice me. She kept her head low and began cooking. That day, a giant fish was to be served. As the girl cleaned it, something shiny caught her eye. She gasped. Inside the fish was the same gold ring Albert had thrown into the sea. Tears of joy rolled down her cheeks. "This is God's sign," she whispered. She cooked the fish with great care and placed it before the guests. When they tasted it, everyone praised the dish. The nawab said, "Call the cook. She must be rewarded." The girl wiped her hands, straightened her clothes, and took the ring in her palm. She walked into the hall slowly. When Albert saw her, his face turned pale. He stepped forward in anger, but the girl calmly extended her hand and placed the ring on the table. Albert froze. He understood at last, no one can fight fate. With a heavy heart, he bowed his head and said before everyone, "She is my son's wife, my daughter-in-law." And from that day on, they all lived together happily and in peace.